let's get started, man. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Convos in the Cave. I'm your host, Mel speaking. Remember, click that like, comment, subscribe button on the way in. Click that like, comment, subscribe button on the way in. Today's conversation. All right, today's conversation. We got Tru Foe. You see the title. We're gonna go through it. Of course, let me know in the comments what y'all think. Talk to me. I talk back down there. Cave gang is in the building. All my cave gang, salute to the cave gangs, man. We got a couple people in cave gang. I'm gonna start giving people titles. Whoever comes up in the live, being that frequent or that often listener that always tune into Convos in the Cave is gonna be down with the cave gang. So this is what we're doing. No Tay Rock with that though. The only reason why we using cave gang is because that's the only thing that makes sense. So I may put a 2 on it, Cave Gang 2, just to acknowledge the fact that Tay Rock has been the one with the whole Cave Gang name. I'm just using this for the people in the comments, and I will label it Cave Gang with 2, number 2. So I won't get nothing confused. So we hear Tru Foe has responded finally. We've been waiting for him. I think Mickey Factz shouldn't jet off so quick, being that Tru Foe has responded in a timely manner. So we're gonna get into this Tru Foe disc, and we're gonna get into this Tru Foe disc and come back with some commentary below. And then I also want to get into John the Don. John the Don recently just dropped Aim Free. So we also gonna get into that. But without further ado, I want to stay on topic with this, and we'll talk in between time as things pop up, depending on what pop up in my head listening to this diss track. So Tru Foe, it's on you, baby boy. Without further ado, let me just put the comments up here just in case. Let's go, Tru.
Ma. Oh no, man. Hey, yeah. Lupe can't save you from the foes, nigga. Can't save you. You ain't no killer. Why you go against? Why you do that? Why you speaking on the war if you ain't on the mission, nigga? I was sitting back.
Why you speaking on the war if you ain't on the mission? Out the gate, I want to break that down for those of you who don't know what he's talking about. He's talking about Mickey Factz being that, Mills been gunning at people lately, right? And he's been winning these battles all over wax. So I think Mickey Factz is one of the ones who's been covering, one of the bloggers who's been covering the sport and having his opinion on who he think won. But when it comes to him being a battle rapper and a blogger, I think he has to draw a gray line there, right? Which one you gonna be? So here's Foe talking about you not in the war. Like, why are you talking about it? You know what I mean? If you're not in it, you shouldn't be able to talk about it. Being that you're a battle rapper, you allowing Jay Mills to come into the coaching and kind of clean house, and basically you're gonna cover it. No, being that you're a battle rapper, you're supposed to be competitive and, get at Jay Mills and let him know that you just can't come over here and just do this to us. But anyway, that's what Foe means by that.
Speaking on the war if you ain't on the mission, you ain't no killer. Why you go against? Why you do that? Why you speaking on the war if you ain't on the mission, nigga?
If you ain't no killer, why you go against us? Why you speaking on the war if you ain't on the mission? So that was a double. That was a double for him to let you know that why you actually speaking on the wall. If you ain't in it for real, you just speaking on it, and you're a battler. You allow Jay Mills to come into the culture and kind of get rid of a lot of people that, what the consensus is saying, but you want to be a commentator? Nah, that's Foe not trying to hear that.
Sitting backboard and for them load the pistol. Phone now. On that cover XXL, but you ain't pressed the nigga talk like you a monster who think I should fit you. Nigga. Foe keep telling you to shoot, you bringing up credentials.
And that's a fact. Like Mickey Factz, they want you to rap. They don't want you to bring up what you did in this world of hip hop, or who you writing for, or what your accolades are. We want you to actually rap and not really kind of boast about what you've been through in your career. It don't mean nothing here when you in a battle. Like, spit them bars. And granted, Mickey Factz is going. Like, don't sit here and think that it's sweet. Mickey Factz is definitely one of the ones who's coming at Foe, and the consensus say he's up 3-0. I mean, he's up like because he put out 3 tracks and Foe only put out 2, which is this is his second one. And I'm like, hold on. But that's just the consensus. Let's get into it.
Don't nobody feel you. Yeah, we know you rapping good, but don't nobody feel you. Pendulum Inc. I hope all your students rollin' with you. Ain't no refs when it's war. Who gon' blow the whistle? Probably fogging up your glasses if you blow a pistol. Niggas mad I started crashing. Mickey wrote the ticket.
All right, hold on. We got to talk about the aesthetics, right? Tru Foe last diss was Killer Foe. Everybody got on Tru Foe saying that he don't got no visuals, but the song was good, right? And they've been, getting at him saying, don't try to battle if you don't got your production right, if you don't got your visuals right, you don't got your content right, you don't got your context right. Everything has to align as far as visuals, production, rhyming, words, bars. All of those things has to be at the elite level to compete, right? So here he is with the visual. And I say that to say, you got to give it to him. He got the dog tied up in a booth, right? With a Mickey Factz, the Mickey Mouse dog, in reference to who Mickey Factz is, tied up in a booth, basically saying that he's going to kill him in a booth, like over a beat, which we all know what J Mill started here, right? And here it is, Tru Foe used that whole angle to tie up Mickey Mouse and tie him up to like the microphone and all that. So the visuals, all that is good. The production behind it is good. And the quality of the video is also good. So you gotta tilt your hat.
This shit started getting dangerous. You should keep a distance. They keep telling me to chill, but I don't wanna listen. Mask up and go on drills, point them out and get them. Lupe can't say you from the foes, nigga. Kanye can't say you from them poles, nigga. Lupe can't say you from the foes, nigga. Kanye can't say how you shout out, nigga. Wu-Tang like you. The 10th member. Mention Raekwon. Ask me why I take that money, cause I need it. You ain't never been this hungry. You just.
If you're wondering why he's mentioning Lupe Fiasco and Kanye West, I think that he had a relationship or rapport with Lupe, and he always throwing up Kanye West. I'm not sure if he wrote some songs for Kanye West, but he has some type of affiliation with Kanye. Being that those guys are actually from Chicago, and Tru Foe is from Chicago. Mickey Factz is using that angle to say, yeah, Chicago dudes, your heroes in Chicago mess with me, which he's saying Lupe Fiasco, Kanye West, and there's a couple other guys that he has also that's from Chicago, and Mickey Factz tried to use that as an angle. So here is Tru Foe just responding that they can't save you. You know what I mean? They can't save you. So that's a nice little angle that he has.
Jump right in that race and go complete the mission. Boys was throwing shots at Lupe, stay out people business. That's why I draw my pistol just to paint a picture. Shit, I've been shot too many times. This how I'm really living. It's like that. Niggas laughing, thought I died, and folk came back spinning. If you don't want to go on drills, then you just shouldn't listen. Don't listen to make you stumble when it kills, not just slip the Mickey. No folk call Mickey slipping. That's for thinking that you say just cause you talk to twist. You ain't say tell them the foes on your ass. He say them niggas vicious. They ever run up on you, don't show no resist. We ain't throwing up the woo. I got a clan of chillers. I heard you hiding in Atlanta. I think niggas tend to find you. I just smoked a brave nigga in a Yankee fit.
Oh, I see you hiding in Atlanta. I think these niggas timid. I just smoked a brave nigga in the Yankee fitted. If that was fire to me, that's a fire little scheme. So we all know Mickey Factz is from New York originally. He moved out to Atlanta, I guess, to be closer to, I guess, the hip hop culture or something like that. I don't know what he moved out to Atlanta for, but he did it, right? So he just said a nigga from Atlanta, he think he's timid. I just smoked a Atlanta nigga in a Yankee fitted. That play on New York versus ATL, being that Factz is from New York and he live in ATL, that whole scheme is crazy to me. I don't know. That just stood out the most to me. Listen to what he's saying.
I heard you hiding in Atlanta. I think niggas gon' find you. I just smoked a brave nigga in the Yankee fit.
A brave nigga, double, that's a triple.
To them lasers, hit them lasers. You know you get some extra points. You smoke a famous nigga. Lupe can't say you from the foes, nigga. Say you, nigga. Kanye can't say you from them poles, nigga. Say you, nigga. Lupe can't say you from the foes, nigga.
Nah, this track is fire.
Street niggas don't do brunch, we still eating in the hood. Turn facts into a pack, that's true serum in the wood. I survived too many wars, step on niggas for a buzz. Only the solid gon' prevail, you know I caught a couple slugs.
Oh, he's talking, bro. The beat switch up is crazy. A lot of people probably haven't caught that beat switch up. But once he got into that bag, think about it. He has an album or a mixtape coming out called Street Niggas Don't Do Brunch, right? And I think a lot of people that's like a misconception. A lot of people been, breaking that down, but they're not really paying attention to what he actually mean. And I got it from this diss track right here. And I finally figured out what he mean by street niggas don't do brunch. And everybody's saying street niggas do brunch or whatever. But what he's saying, like, the real street niggas don't do brunch. You know why? Because the real street niggas are really trying to figure out life in the streets, and they trying to figure out how to survive every day, opposed to self-proclaimed street niggas that actually have some type of financial stability that's in the industry or in the culture right now, where you can't compare those street niggas, because those street niggas do brunch because they have the funds to do it. The other street niggas, the real street niggas from Chicago who's really out here trying to get it, they ain't got no time to do brunch because they don't even know when their next meal is. And that's what he mean by street niggas don't do brunch. So for those of you who's been like chopping them up in the comments, first of all, you got to get in tune with what the culture really mean, and like dig deep into these rappers' bars and understand exactly what they really mean, because it's not surface level stuff. This stuff is you got to peel back the layers to understand exactly what they're talking about. So he addressed it here, and I'm gonna play it back for you guys to listen.
Really with the shit, Kanye can't say you street niggas don't do brunch, we still eating in the hood. Turn facts into a pack, that's true serum in the wood. I survived too many wars, step on niggas for a buzz. Only the solid gon' prevail, you know I caught a couple slugs. He ain't really with the shit, but Mick was talking like he was. Super solid, stand on business. Who gon' say something to us? They approached me with some pistols, still ain't changed, unchanged. I still think you niggas bitches. Who gon' change something?
I like how he got the Mickey Mouse hanging up from the mic.
Tried to sell it, that shit fake. He got some pain coming. A lot of niggas in the way. We the real hub. These days you spin a hood and you gon' need a budget. How you niggas claiming bodies? You ain't do the 100. Keep that shit 100. I think my thoughts 100. Out, get on feet, and niggas start running. Think my thoughts 100. Lil' bro fell out, get on feet, and niggas start running. True just went against the facts, I still ain't lost nothing. Where I'm from is take a risk, go watch your stock plummet. Place your boots up when it's war, I got an album coming.
I like that. He said true, then went up in the facts, so I ain't lost nothing. We all know truth is the facts. Like, what's true is actually the facts. Is actually facts behind what is true, because it actually happened. But the play on that is fire. Like, true went against facts and I ain't lost nothing. That's crazy. Think about what he's saying, bro. Like, he's talking so crazy on this. Oh my God.
If niggas scared to bust their guns against the facts, I still ain't lost nothing. Where I'm from is take a risk, go watch your stock plummet. Place your boots up when it's war, I got an album coming. If niggas scared to bust their gun and don't be out here clutching, cause another nigga dead ain't gonna amount to nothing. Don't be out here clutching, cause a nigga out here dead ain't gonna amount to nothing. Street niggas don't do brunch February 27th, man. I'm spinning back, Mick.
And he's spinning back.
Rockin', nigga, you know what.
All right. All right, so there you have it. Tru Foe has responded to Mickey Factz. But my question to you guys is, right? My question is, what is the score if we count and judge him round by round, being that Mickey Factz dropped 3 and Tru Foe dropped 2, with this exception that he's gonna spin back. So you know he's cooking up for a third. So this is probably the battle, right? That we can judge clearly. This is probably a battle that we can judge clearly, being that I think that both parties are going to release 3 tracks. As far as I'm concerned, I think Mickey Factz False Foe versus Tru Foe Killer Foe diss track. I think Mickey Factz got that round clear. Mickey Factz put a visual out. Tru Foe hasn't, so he lost by default. The bars was there, but the production and everything else wasn't there. So I gave that first round to Mickey Factz, right? So here we are with the second round. You have Mickey Factz with Solid. I don't think this nigga solid. I don't think the nigga solid. And then you got Tru Foe with Save You, which is this track that we actually listening to. I'm personally gonna judge it one. I think Foe got this round. That's just me. Y'all can kill me in the comments, but I think that I don't think this nigga Solid was a good song, a good dance song. But when we comparing the battle, like the back and forth, Tru Foe was on Mickey Factz' neck the whole entire time. He didn't have a real bouncy song. He wasn't really playing on the beat like Mickey Factz was. Mickey Factz was a trial and error for Mickey Factz because he was trying to beat Tru Foe in every statistical category. And this song Solid was great. But when you compare it to Tru Foe, I rather will listen to this diss track opposed from the Mickey Factz Solid diss track because it was more like a dance. So at this point, I'm not really listening to the bars. I'm waiting for the hook to come and say, I don't think this nigga solid. I don't think this nigga solid. You know what I mean? So it kind of deviates from me actually listening to the words. And Tru Foe, his diss track kept me entertained. It kept me like right there with him, following the whole process. You know what I mean? And that's the difference between good songs, right, versus diss tracks. A good song would have you waiting for the chorus to sing along, have like a sing along. But these diss tracks, I'm on your neck the whole entire time. You know what I mean? So I gave this round to Tru Foe. So I got it 1-1 going into the third. And we already got Store Runner that's out. So let's see if Tru Foe could either, end in the stalemate, or let's see if he can get Mickey Factz out of here with that. But yeah, hit me up in the comments. Talk to me. I'll talk back there. I need to know what you guys think. I'm going to put up a poll too. Shout out to that. Like at some point, we're going to put up a poll. Excuse me. Let me get my background right. At some point, we're going to put up a poll to see who got the best diss tracks. And we're going to do like a battle. We're going to do kind of like a battle rap playoff bracket with the best diss tracks, right? So I'm judging song by song. You know what I mean? I'm not really judging who battled who. I'm just listing the most recent songs versus the most recent songs. And I want you guys to give me a top, maybe if it's like 20 songs out, let's do like a top 16 that goes to the next round. And then we're going to judge it based on that top 16. I think that we at a point where music is kind of slowing down and nobody's really dissing each other. So I'm able to get it out there right now. So the first round will be the top of everybody's diss track. Even if you have 3 or 4 or maybe even 13 tracks like Jay Mills, I'm going to put his whole 13 on there versus whoever's 2 and whoever's 1. That's going to be listed as the first round. And depending on who you guys pick, so you guys got to be strategic when y'all picking, when I put the poll up, be strategic on how y'all pick the Jay Mills song, because only one of them can go to the next level, because he's going to be going against himself, which is kind of unfortunate, but he put his tracks out so fast and so frequent. It's hard to differentiate like what's what, because he's been putting out more diss tracks than others, or some people put out more diss tracks than him. And I couldn't really judge it based on a bracket type of style. So what I'll do is I'll list all of the music as of current as a one round. The top goes to the next bracket, and then the next bracket, and so on and so forth. So if you want to keep on moving Jay Mills on to the next bracket, that's fine. It's just that at some point he's going to be battling himself. You know what I mean? So be strategic on how you do that. But yeah, so that's that. So now, one more thing that I want to get into. I want to look up John the Don, Aim Free, right? I want to talk about this. Now, this John track, like, y'all got to start cutting John some slack as far as like his writing skills, right?
Say less.
Hold on. I got to get the people in tune, man. Come on, John, give me a break. I got to get the people what they want here. I got to give the people what they want here. Yo, again, talk to me in the comments, man. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Convos in the cave, man. So anyway, we gonna grow. You know the vibes, man. We inside. I had 2 or 3 people in the chat, but we gonna chop it up and once I drop on YouTube. All right, so here we have it, right? We're about to get into John and Don, right? Which the thing about John and Don diss tracks is he came at so many people. You really don't know who to aim this diss track towards, right? But we thought he released a crash. What it was, a crash out. We thought that was like a one-time thing, but he seems like he's pretty consistent on coming at the same exact people every time he dropped, right? And so here we are. We already know Crash Out was one of the top songs of the diss track era, right? Crash Out was one of the top songs, and I'm pretty sure that that's going to go over well as well. And here we are with Aim Free. I think Crash Out was a good visual. The bars was there, the metaphors, the personals, everything was there about that diss track, right? And I thought that John that was his ceiling. But when I heard Aim Free, we're going to literally try to dissect every bar. This is going to be one of the worst videos I've done before because I want y'all to understand something about John. Y'all can talk about him in a political way and how he's not a businessman. But when it comes to this rapping, right, his rapping ability, he's kind of in his own lane with it, like especially showing us what he can do on a beat, right? A lot of people haven't really known John for rapping over a beat unless you really know him personally, right? Us that's new to the culture, well, y'all that's new to the culture, y'all probably seeing something new, right? And here it is. I want to break it down so we can get you to understand on a higher level and a deeper scale of things when you peel the layers back, like I always say. So John, here you go. Aim Free. This is something that he directed toward the culture. Again, he's talking about multiple people. So we're going to just try to break down every bar, as we go. It's on you, John.
Say less, Magnum on me ain't for safe sex. Break necks when bitches see me in some gray sweats. A blank check, do what I tell her like a bank. Gotta learn crawl before you walk in. That's
out the gate. John the Don is talking, bro.
Say less, Magnum on me ain't for safe sex. Break.
Say less, a Magnum on me ain't for safe sex. We know what they use Magnums for, but you know what the other Magnum is about too. Pause if necessary.
Some bitches see me in some gray sweats. A blank check, do what I tell her like a bank rep. Gotta learn to crawl before you walk.
A blank check, do what I tell her like a bank rep. A blank check, do what I tell her. Tell her, bank teller, tell her like a John, stop, man. Hey, man, this might be an hour-long blog again, man. I'm trying to have it less than an hour.
And that takes steps. Like Magnum on me ain't for safe sex. Break necks when bitches see me in some gray sweats. A blank check, do what I tell her like a bank rep. Gotta learn to crawl before you walk, and that takes steps. Niggas love talking paperwork and attacking rats. Say niggas wrote a whole statement. That's
you gotta crawl before you walk. That's why it takes steps. We all know crawl before you walk, and then to walk it takes steps, but take steps to the next level. Come on, John, stop talking to them like this, man.
Battle niggas love talking paperwork and attacking rats. Say niggas wrote a whole statement. That's a battle fact. What you gonna?
Yo, battle facts, man. I think it may be time for you to come out and rap at this point, right? It's mind-boggling to see, right, that John the Don looks as if he's in his most comfortable stage and still able to focus and put out music while at the same time being involved in these legal situations, right? And I'm not too sure about the extent of these legal situations but it seems like it's just not bothering John. Is it me? Now, let's say if this is minute, for lack of a better term. Let's say this is just a small portion of what's going on and it's not that important. At some point, Battle Facts, you're going to have to start coming out to rap. From my understanding, you're a rapper, right? And I don't know if you're a retired rapper, that you never really said that. But I think if John the Don keep responding to you over wax, at some point you need to respond back over wax. And I know you was in your own stream saying that you don't mind, rapping and all that, because that's what you do. So I think it's time for you to come outside, man. We got to stop this. We got to stop this back and forth. We need to hear like what you have to say over wax. You know what I mean? Just so it can resonate to the crowd more, because I think people would listen to you more if you explain your situation through your raps. I don't know. And you just stop John from creating whatever narrative he's creating about you. So yeah, let's get back into it, man.
Go back a bank rap. Gotta learn to crawl before you walk, and that takes steps. Niggas love talking paperwork and attacking rats. Say niggas wrote a whole statement, that's a battle fact. What you gonna do when she go back to pap and leave battle rap? Keep up the front.
All right, now he's talking about Easy. So here he got Easy. What you gonna do when she leave battle rap?
And say you told him he could have a backboard talking paperwork and
he said, what you gonna do when you leave Rim? Like when she leave you and she go back to pap? You gonna say you told her that you can have him back? Hey, that sounds like some little kid shit when you take something from somebody and they take it back and you say, you can have it. You can have it back. I don't want it. Yo, John is crazy.
Next when bitches see me in some gray sweats. A blank check, do what I tell her like a bank rep. Gotta learn to crawl before you walk, and that takes steps. Niggas love talking the paperwork and attacking rats. Say niggas wrote a whole statement, that's a battle fact. What you gonna do when she go back to pap and leave battle rap? Keep up the front and say you told him he could have a back. Imagine that. Sign away the trenches was an easy deal. I expect him to be on defense because he reaching still. Like
oh my Black God, I expect him to be on defense because he's reaching still. I was hoping that he said it was easy for you to sign the contract because it was an easy deal. Yo, man, you got a lot of people got easy name flips. Even Cassidy got a bunch of easy name flips, right? But the way John creates his name flips is just so far-fetched from everyone else because it's so creative, right? And it's well within the rhyme pattern and it's well within the rhyme format and the aesthetics of the whole video in its totality. Like, the way he set up his bars is just so in line with what's going on in the current situation, and that's what makes him so creative. Like as he switches around.
Wrote a whole statement, that's a battle fact. What you gonna do when she go back to pap and leave battle rap? Keep up the front and say you told him he could have a back. Imagine that. Sign away the trenches was an easy deal. I expect him to be on defense because he reaching still. Like
I expect to be on defense because he reaching still. Come on, defense reaching. Like oh shit.
Verb and black gloves, this is a season kill. The front and say you told him he could have a back. Imagine that. Sign away the trenches was an easy deal. I expect him to be on defense because he reaching still. Like verb and black gloves, this is a season kill. I don't want no beef. I see you eating off the vegan meals.
Come on, man. I see what he said. Verb and Mills beefing. That was a season kill. He said he don't want no beef. He see Mills eating off the vegan still. Oh, I still see you eating off them vegan meals. Oh, I still see you eating off the vegan meals. That's crazy. That whole rhyme pattern and rhyme scheme, right? We all know Verb is a vegan, right? We all know vegan food don't taste good until it's seasoned, right? So it's a seasoned kill, right? I don't want no beef because no beef. Vegans don't eat beef. I see you eating off the vegan meal, like the vegan meals. That double entendre is crazy. this is one of the double entendres that fit both narratives of both opponents, right? And he was able to piece that thing together and make it a line to in a one-liner. That's what I mean by actually being able to rap. This is what I'm saying. John is rapping, bro. Come on now.
Ain't no need to chill. This ain't the streets for real. We just
Let's play that back.
because he reaching still. Like Verb and Black Gloves. This a season kill. I don't want no beat. If I see you eating off the vegan meals, ain't no need to real. Let's compete. So feed the field. I don't take you serious, Jones. We know the brother's sad. Look at Mr. Never swing back, getting his punching bag.
Oh, I don't take you serious, Jones. You know the brother's sad.
We know the brother's sad. Look at Mr. Never swing back, getting his punching bag.
Look at Mr. Never swing back, getting his punching bag. So I already know this might be too far-fetched for all the newcomers that just started watching battle rap. So it's been a long story about what happened to Serious Jones getting hit on stage by Matt Hoffa and didn't do nothing because he almost got knocked out and all that stuff, right? But that's not the point that John is trying to make here, right? John is just trying to correlate a punch and punches that Serious Jones have recently put out a diss track, and it was punch heavy. He had a lot of punch lines in there. So that's what John is actually referring to. He's not really predicated on the whole Matt Hoffa and Serious Jones fight. He's just making those worlds connect, and in the most creative way. That's how I must explain that. So we're gonna play it back. So he's referencing Serious Jones punching Serious Jones getting punched by Mav, and Serious Jones with all these punches in his new diss track, which everybody liked, by the way. Go support that man, Serious Jones. Go to his channel, download, look at all his diss tracks he got out. He's been making music for a long time. So I just want to salute that. All right, let's play it back.
Don't take the streets for real. We just compete with skill, so we can feed the field. I don't take you serious, Jones. We know the brother's sad. Look at Mr. Never's back, getting his punching bag.
Oh my
Ain't letting
God.
cash off. Y'all gonna have to take the gas off my foot, cause this gonna cost him at least 10 times the cash that he took. So we can't avoid that ass getting whooped. I'm glad you getting booked. Could probably pay me back like that, but who would know when you breach the contract like that?
Right.
I'm a star with all the power, forced to act like that.
I'm a star with all the power, forced to act like that. Power, force, stars. We all know power and force comes on stars, and it's all aligned. Shit. That was crazy.
Take over battle leagues, but can he black like that? True Foe wanted smoke, he could get packed like that. I ain't no gangsters go live with rats like that. Probably the only square out the four corners giving culture vultures 15 minutes won't restore order. Mr. In-game, let's review the steps. I'm on the takedown tour, to be next. Still can finish strong with a weak start. You niggas sucking dick for clout, I got your knees hard. Aim for the head when you see him, go get him. And whoever say they riding could go with him. How you tough with security? Boy is a whole victim. I send a wing back to Pottsville like go pigeons. Pussy. They see you, the trenches decline. You couldn't mind your own business, now your business is mine. How Ricky know Mr. Hammond, cause that's actually Bug. What are you if you introduce the rat to the plug? What are you?
Come on, people. John is spitting, bro.
If you got punched and didn't swing back, I don't spit it in the rap and say I didn't mean that. Nah, you getting dragged cause you niggas is bitching when it real smoke and Reggie doesn't fit the description. Cash, you gonna have to spend.
Hey man, he got a lot of bars in here for battle facts, man. I think his name is Reggie Hammock. I'm not sure, but I like that little play on words. Reggie don't fit the description.
Spit it in the rap and say I didn't mean that. Nah, you getting dragged cause you niggas is bitching when it real smoke and Reggie doesn't fit the description.
You want a real smoke and Reggie doesn't fit the description. You know, Reggie, regular weed is what they call Reggie. Real smoke is actually better than regular weed.
Cash, you gonna have to spin the block, cause to fight this you gon' have to spend a lot. So when you can, just hit my lawyer back. You forcing my hand and see if you could reschedule. Take your loss like a man. You ducked it, ain't that hard to see. Should've known he would pull a grand larceny. Can't let you go free when you charge.
Grand larceny. You know, that's Cassidy, the whole group. You know, one thing that I must say is like John the Don, he's been having a competitive spirit. Like he hasn't, you can tell he's not broken. You can tell he's not done. He's obviously putting out good music. So it's always a sight to see where he can take this whole situation, even though it's a serious situation, he can take it and he could just make good music out of it, man. Like that's something to think about.
The fee, you got all these bars for easy. Where them bars for me, nigga?
Yeah. And Cassidy, man, I mean, I think he's right. Like, where the bars at for John? You was beasting to come for easy, but here it is. You still have unresolved business to do with John, and you're not even talking about him. So what's that about? Man? So that's that, man. I think John the Don is up 2-0 to the coach. I don't think not one of these diss tracks. I think Tru Foe may have. I mean, not Tru Foe. I think Top Floor Lou may have dissed him. Serious Jones may have dissed him. But I don't think none of those tracks are better than any of the two that John put out. So I will say that John is up 2-0 in the culture, man. Drop that down in the comments. Where do John stand as far as who's winning? You know what I mean? When it comes to these battle rap disses. So shout out to you, John. You know, salute. Hope everything gets, go over well with the whole legal situation. You know, I hope you finally come at a stalemate at some point, man. I don't really care who win or lose, but at some point, I just hope that you get everything under you and you get back to the battle rap culture. So salute to you. That's it for this today, man. Convos in the Cave. Only in Convos in the Cave will we stream and we read comments without you asking for us, without you guys sending a super chat. But if you do want to support the culture, I will have my Cash App available before the next stream. Anyway, that's me, Mel. Convos in the Cave. We out of here, man. Salute.